these are my exact words. I always say it's more life philosophy, and I find it so amazing. Like everyone is you know, wanting to catch the wave, and then there comes this big set, and you see everyone wiped out, everyone is gone, and then everyone scrambles, and it's all, you know, choppy and whitewash, and everyone comes up and tries to regroup, and that's sometimes how it is in life, right? So just a big wipeout, everyone is gone.
Yeah. And I still don't know if it will be like, if it will make it to the title of one of the chapters of my book, but I think loving wipeouts is the next level. You know, like if you love surfing, you can't surf without wiping out. So at the end, you can hate wipeouts, but at the end, you can also like accept them. Yes. You know, and they're like these guys, like the big wave surfers, that they all have techniques to accept wipeouts, which is so powerful in terms of coaching, in terms of psychology, in terms of people, making people understand that sometimes being angry, being resistant, being sad, it doesn't add anything. It's just the contrary. It makes you panic, burn all your oxygen, and then drown. You know? So
yeah, I think that's what I experienced in Wipeout when, for me, surfing teaches you resilience, right? Yeah. Resilience for me, it's not being strong or tough. It's actually being soft. So when I wipe out, I just let go. I protect my head, but otherwise I let go, because if you fight the wipeout, you lose oxygen, you panic, you don't know where it's up and down. But if you just float, the water will take you up to the surface. So it really taught me how to be resilient and be adaptable and soft, and not be rigid, because if you're rigid, you break. That's why surfboards break. When the lip hits them, they just break.
Yes. You got to stay as flexible as possible. The moment that you stop being flexible, that you become rigid, the moment that you stop learning, the moment that you let your conscious or let's call it the egotic mind control you, that's the moment you start being old. And then for sure there'll be a day that you won't be able to surf anymore. So I love, for instance, when I was going to Punta Cicatela in the morning, it's like 6 a.m. and I saw these American guys who were retired, and they were like 70s, even like mid 70s, every single morning with their longboards, and you could see that they were like in total peace, with a tranquility of mind in the water. They were like every day doing the same thing, dawn patrolling. That was so amazing. You know, that's a life lesson, and that's somewhere I want to be. You know, I see that, and I want to be every time more attuned with the ocean, attuned with life, and also more relaxed and accepting what's there to be accepted.
How have you applied lessons from surfing to your personal life or your career?
Well, I'd say that without surfing, I wouldn't be like starting this Philosurfer club. You know, for sure. As surfing is way more than a sport, it's a life philosophy. I want to immerse myself more in that life philosophy. So I want to, in one way, let's say, make a new living out of surfing and philosophy, which we'll see if that is possible. But at the same time, I want to impact the surfing community by bringing some ideas from the greatest, in this case, philosophers, and I want to impact also the non-surfing community by bringing the ideas and these life lessons of surfing that can bring. So that would be like the two ways that I think.
Yeah, I love what you're doing, and I'm reading your newsletter, and yeah, I love what you share. It's really powerful. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Thank you, Marcel. Yeah. And where are you in Switzerland?
I'm based in the German part of Switzerland, so close to the mountains in Bad Ragaz.
Okay, because my sister lives in Zug, more north.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I go to Switzerland maybe twice a year.
Okay, let me know when you're here next so we can meet and have our talk about Stoic philosophy.
Yeah.
Which one is your favorite philosopher, if that's even possible, because there are so many great minds out there. For me, it would be Marcus Aurelius. I think I gain so much wisdom from him.
Yeah, for sure. The Meditations of Marcus Aurelius is a great book, and you got to imagine the guy like writing it in a tent, being the emperor of the Roman Empire, and trying to conquer what is now Austria and things like this. And he really didn't want to, but he had to. Like he had to expand empire. Yeah, very powerful, Marcus Aurelius. My personal taste would lean towards Kierkegaard. Kierkegaard is a romantic. He's a very good writer, very powerful. But if I had to pick one, I'm not going to be very original on that. It will be Socrates, which is at the end the father of everything. At the end, Marcus Aurelius is Stoic, and the Stoics were followers of Socrates, as they were the Cynics, as were all the Platonic and Neoplatonic. So Socrates was the guy who took philosophy and they brought philosophy from the physical world towards insight, towards the ethical, the mental, how we should behave. And I think that's a thing that as of today is very actual. Socrates requiring us to be better persons, to know ourselves, to accept that we don't know everything. All these ideas are as actual and real as it can be.
Can I ask you to make it more practical? Like what are some of your rituals in your day, or how do you apply the philosophies to your life?
Okay. Practicality. I read the definition of what is a philosopher, and a philosopher from another philosopher, of course, who said that a philosopher is anybody that schedules time to think. Okay, so at the end, we are all philosophers. We are all philosophers. Some of us schedule more time to think. Some of us have less time, and maybe we do our little philosophy while we are stuck in a traffic jam. So yes, I'd say that on a practical level, I try to think every day. I try to read every day. I try to learn every day. And this has given me some observational skills, some analytical skills that I tend to apply to everything. So, for instance, in my relationships, I try to learn from the other person. I try to learn what the other person likes, what the other person listens better. But I also try to learn when is the best time for a person to tell them things, when persons are more accepting. So understanding everything from the tools that philosophy gives you. At the end, philosophy is not a very complicated thing. It's just a methodology or a method to be very sharp in the questions that you make, and that very simple tool, it's like a Swiss knife. It can help you in everything. So So if you make dumb questions, you receive dumb answers. If you make very short questions, you may receive very intelligent answers, or people will have a new question to be think about. So you will be helping knowledge and wisdom to develop.
But in taking it back to surfing, it's in surfing, it's kind of being, we talked about being empty, right? In surfing, to be, when you're too much in your mind, you're not present.
Yes, yes.
So you have to take time to be thinking, to be present to the thinking. But when you surf, you have to make time to be present for just the waves.
Exactly. The thing is that we are not aware of how much time we are, let's say, present with our thoughts and in a subconscious level. So for me, all this mindfulness and meditation is something quite new that I started, I'd say a little earlier than the pandemic in 2020. So I've been like practicing meditation for the last 4 years. I am not like a very regular. I don't do it like every single day. I sometimes have periods that I meditate more, sometimes less. But this switching off the inner voice, the drunken monkey, the drunken monkey mind that the Buddhists say, that it's a very
I like that.
It's a very powerful it's a very powerful image. This makes you understand that the best ideas, the most clear, the clarity comes not from the mind, not from the thousands of thoughts that you have every single day, but from the moment that you relax and everything in your inner self aligns, and then the good idea comes. So I think surfing it's a great way, as it is sleeping, as it is meditating. It's a great way to let all this craziness in your head go away and to open yourself to those better and more clearer ideas.
Yeah, that's how I feel. So my moving meditation is surfing, and when I'm sitting on the board and totally immersed, and I experience something in surfing, and then suddenly it's like insight comes to my mind, and I say, oh wow, this really explains well about life. So I always get this, and I think I should, in my wetsuit, I should have a journal, because I have the best ideas that come to me. Or it's like insights coming to me that I should note down. But sometimes after the surf, I try to write it down, because it's always so magical what I learned from surfing.
Yeah. It happens to me the same. Like not every time I surf, but many times that I've surfed, I think those ideas are somewhere within us. They are like in a big mess of other ideas, and the moment that you feel good with yourself, you align with yourself, you align with the energy, with the ocean, then you let those ideas emerge, to your mind, to go from the depths of the ocean to the breaking wave.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, wow, that's really cool.